Better now? Cool. Hello everybody, welcome to Aurora Day. This is a day for Aurora community and kudos to all of you for coming here. Thank you. I'm doing today a talk about how Aurora was evolving and what was happening inside of Aurora over the past year. It is super funny to remember what was there 1 year ago. It was the first, EthCC was the first conference where Aurora as a brand was coming to. And back then nobody knew anything about us. We were trying to get in touch with some people. I remember I was trying to approach Stani and talk about our deployment on Aurora. And like he was looking at us like oh you guys, cool, but we don't know you. I was trying to connect with EtherScan and convincing them to integrate with Aurora, and again they were okay, like we are going to put you in the list because so many people are doing different things. And now we are here at this moment in time, just 1 year after the launch of Aurora, 1 year of the insane development of the ecosystem. And this is a good time for us to review what actually happened. And when I was doing this presentation, I was pretty damn amazed about all of the stuff that you, Aurora community, already did. So in case there is somebody who is coming here just to understand what Aurora is, here is one slide for you, super simple. Aurora is the solution that allows the execution of Ethereum smart contracts on top of Near. And it can be viewed as an L2 to Ethereum. It works as a smart contract on top of Near blockchain, and it combines the best of two worlds. From Ethereum, we are taking the runtime and all of the tooling that is developed. From the Near ecosystem, we are taking scalability, performance, low transaction fees, and so on. And we're combining these two things into one, which is called Aurora. We do have a familiar things available to everybody in the Aurora ecosystem. We have a Web3 compatible RPC, so all of the Ethereum tools can connect to it directly, including MetaMasks and other different wallets, Coinbase wallet if somebody uses it, different wallet connects wallets, and then also Remix, Truffle, Hardhat, everything that is there in the Ethereum ecosystem. Since Web3 JSON RPC is a standard, now all of these things are capable to be connected to Aurora. Our base token or the base token of Aurora, or the token in which users are paying fees, or sometimes paying fees, we are going to touch base on this a little bit later, is ETH. We are not compromising the full compatibility with Ethereum blockchain. We're not pushing users to buy some strange new token or figure out the place where to get it. You just need to have ETH, bridge it to Aurora, and you are capable of sending the transactions to Aurora. We launched just a couple of months ago a new product which is called Aurora Plus. And this is our solution to elevate the user experience. It brings free transactions for the users, constant free transactions over time. You have free transactions this month, you have free transactions next month, and so on. And last but not least on this slide is that we are builders and maintainers of the Rainbow Bridge, the bridge in between Ethereum, Near, and Aurora ecosystems. All of these things, this is something that we are doing, and this is a very, very quick overview of Aurora. But many of these things have been developed over the past year, so we are going to go a little bit inside of it. Now, if there is one thought that I would want you to live from after this talk and after everything that you're going to hear here, this is it. I do believe that Aurora is the best L2 solution in the market. And this is not just kind of one thought. I'm going to prove it to you over the course of the next slides. Let's take a closer look at Rainbow Bridge and its development, right? So Rainbow Bridge is trustless and permissionless bridge. There are literally no other trustless and permissionless bridges that are working with Ethereum at the moment. This would be enough for the tech guys, but let's continue with some additional stats. So it is the top 3 largest bridge with Ethereum at the moment. So the amount of TVL that is bridged from Ethereum over the Rainbow Bridge is like its number 3, literally. It is constantly referred to as the best UX bridge, which is kind of cool, which means that the users are appreciating this. It was not hacked, and that's the best thing about it, I believe. And one of the reasons why it happened is that because we do have a working bug bounty program, and we actually paid out a second biggest bug bounty in the world, a 6 million bug bounty, to one of the hackers who actually submitted it through Immunify. And the reason why he submitted it is just because, well, we said that we are going to pay you 6 million, right? I'm laughing at all of these projects who are creating their bug bounties with like 10K or 50K, especially for the kind of critical vulnerabilities on the protocol level, right? You cannot do it in case you're operating with hundreds of millions or with billions of user funds. You must protect your users. And moreover, many systems in Rainbow Bridge are working automatically to resist attacks. And one of these attacks was happening just 3 months ago, or like on the 1st of May. Somebody was trying to attack our bridge, and then our system just prevented the hack of 1.5 billion automatically without even us understanding what was happening. So we needed to figure out what was happening there a little bit after it. All of these things are, from my point of view, they're saying that, well, Rainbow Bridge is the best bridge, and this is only one part of the solution. But let's go into the next things that are developed over the course of the previous year. And this is Aurora Plus. So Aurora Plus itself is a user dashboard that gives the next generation of user experience when working with blockchains. And in Aurora, we do believe that this is something that is absolutely needed to get to the point when we can say that there is a mass adoption for the users. Web 2 people are not understanding Web 3, and in case we're not going to change the user experience of stuck transactions, the need of constantly checking what is the gas price, resending the transactions, checking the nonsense and all of the stuff, in case we are not going to change it, we are not going to get to the mass adoption. So Aurora Plus implements familiar things for Web 2 users. It has a freemium model. You register with Aurora Plus, in 1 minute you are having 50 free transactions on Aurora per month. And every month these free transactions are there for you. You can use them. And on top of this, we would like to add, and that's why it is in kind of the red color, we would like to implement subscriptions. We would like to give an ability for a user to connect his banking card and have a credit on the transactions. So the user is never thinking about the base token of the blockchain. We do believe that this approach is the only possible approach in order to achieve mass adoption for the blockchains. But Aurora Plus has a heavy part underneath it, and this is Aurora RPC. So according to our data, since we're working with lots of RPC providers, including Pocket Network, Infura, Alchemy, our RPC infrastructure developed internally which is available to all of the Aurora ecosystem, is at least 20 times more efficient than any other RPC out there in the market. And I'm talking about, right now, specialized RPC companies that are building their businesses around it. I'm not talking about kind of L1s that are building some kind of RPC infrastructure. This is a great tool. It is unseen, but this is something that is going to support that user growth, and you will see more and more advances around RPC in the following months. And in case you have not seen it, and I believe this is one of the biggest achievements for Aurora Plus, We have done an absolutely great product rollout. So we are also moving not only in the technical direction, but we are kind of doing our first steps in the marketing. And our own Tim Cook was presenting it. So in case you have not seen that 20-minute video, encourage everybody, check out this QR code and take a look at the product announcement there. And yeah, this has happened because of my colleagues. This is all of these products that I'm talking about, they have been built internally inside of Aurora Labs. And 1 year ago, we were just 13 people that have spun out from NEAR and organized our own company, and we were just pretty afraid of all of the things that are happening. But we continued to build, and now we are 65. So it is a 5x growth over 1 year period for a company. Thanks. But something wrong with the screen. Thanks. But this is not even close to all of the achievements of the Aurora ecosystem. And I'm just going to show you one simple slide that you can understand that it is like everything that we do is just kind of our own small contribution to what the community is doing. Here it is. This is the tree of all of the different projects that are already working on Aurora or are going to launch. Each apple on the tree is already a launched project. Some kind of apples that are kind of green, they are still in the development and they are going to be launched soon. So Aurora Plus, Rainbow Bridge, well, these are just 2 apples. And all of the rest this is something that was built by you, by the Aurora community. And from my point of view, this is just amazing. We actually have more than 150 applications live on Aurora today within 1 year time frame. So I'm going to just to list some of the community achievements. DeFi ecosystem on Aurora was booming before the market crash, and I do believe that is going to continue its growth. It was topping up more than 2.5 billion in TVL. It was entering top 10 according to DeFi Llama of the ecosystems. We are all of the applications in Aurora right now having more than 2.5 million transactions a week, which is something like 1/3 of the load of Ethereum. So approximately 1/3 of all of the transactions on Ethereum right now are happening on Aurora, literally. Etherscan, Infura, MetaMask Institutional, TheGraph, Covalent, Curve, Gnosis, Xerion, and many other blue chip projects from the Ethereum ecosystem, they feel on Aurora like home. And they already integrated, and the amount of this project continues to grow. Expect additional announcements about the blue chips launching on Aurora. One of our projects, both of our biggest lending solution, Bastion and Origami, are having zero bad debt, and there are not that much of lending protocols that are out there across all of the blockchains. Moonflower Farmers, the game that is a fork of a sunflower farmers, a famous sunflower farmers that break Polygon. They launched on Aurora at the moment when all of the transactions on Aurora were free. So people were able to transact for free on Aurora and play that game, that poorly designed game that creates insane load on the network. Now this game didn't break Aurora, which means that the combination of Aurora, the RPC, and also the NEAR protocol as a basement is super robust. Ref Finance, which is a near-native AMM solution, is now doing the swaps on Aurora through Tree Solaris, which is Aurora's biggest AMM at the moment. Aurora bots by Lawmaking, they are one of the most traded and most desired NFT collection out there. And there are lots of activities around fundraising in the Aurora ecosystem, and even here I've already seen some of the VCs that are capable to help you in case you're building projects, and we also obviously are willing to help our ecosystem to connect with VCs. And there are multiple teams that are at the moment at the stage of raising their rounds. And the last thing with which I would like to end is that just recently Aurora launched its community grants program, and everyone who is willing to grow the community, everyone who has the ideas about creating the content, doing hackathons, doing kind of podcasts, you're all welcome just to follow these 3 simple steps and be able to get funding for your ideas. So encourage everybody who is willing to do this, go there and just try it out. And I would like to end with a simple message, and then pass to the people who are actually building on top of Aurora, so they can present you more in detail of what is happening. It is 1 year of Aurora existence. Our systems are nominal. We're not hacked. We're continuing our development, and stay tuned, and please do not be super upset about the current crypto situation. We are going to survive. We are going to move through these times, and everything will be just great. Thanks everybody for participating in the Aurora community.